Throughout the years, Hollywood has produced a number of iconic action stars, all memorable in their own way. Keanu Reeves can certainly count himself among them, and he's appeared in several classic movies since making his acting debut in 1984. However, despite all that fame, the actor has managed to keep a big secret. Born in Beirut, Lebanon, in September 1964, Reeves' childhood years were a cosmopolitan affair. Indeed, they included stints in Australia, America and Canada. It was during his time at college in Toronto, though, that he discovered his first real passion, ice hockey. Reeves was soon good enough to join the school team as its goalkeeper. Single-mindedly, Reeves set himself an ambitious goal. He wanted to play for the Canadian national team. However, that all fell to pieces when he picked up an injury, ending his hopes of making a career in the sport. Despite that disappointment, though, the well-traveled youngster eventually found his true calling. Indeed, Reeves made his acting debut back in 1984, appearing in the TV show Hangin' On. After that, the actor featured in a number of other television programs, alongside some small roles in a few movies. In 1989, though, Reeves finally got his big break on the silver screen. Following an appearance in Dangerous Liaisons the previous year, Reeves earned a starring role in the classic comedy Bill and Ann. Ted's Excellent Adventure. The role of Theodore Ted Logan allowed him to showcase his comedic skills to great effect. Indeed, the movie's success spawned a sequel 2 years later. However, while Reeves was clearly comfortable doing comedy, he starred in another movie in 1991 that changed his image forever. Alongside Patrick Swayze, he headlined the iconic action thriller Point Break, taking on the role of undercover FBI agent Johnny Utah. At that point, a new action star was born. Indeed, in the years following Point Break, Reeves went on to star in a number of other classic action movies, including 1994 hit Speed. His upward career went stratospheric in 1999 when he headlined The Matrix. Lauded as one of the best films of the 90s, the role of Neo cemented his position as a modern movie icon. Now 54 years old, Reeves has continued to build on his legacy with the hugely popular John Wick franchise, proving that he can still cut it in action movies. Throughout the years, though, the actor has also earned a reputation of being one of Hollywood's nice guys, with several stories cropping up about his kindness. Indeed, some 8 years ago, a Reddit user named Bo2DD2 shared an anecdote about the actor on the website, prompting a huge response. Back in the late 90s and fresh out of college, I got my first job as an assistant prop designer on the set of Chain Reaction, they wrote. Keanu was a supporting actor with Morgan Freeman. Every day for the last few weeks of filming, Keanu treated the stage hands and grunt workers, including myself, by taking us out for free breakfast and lunch, Bo2DD2 continued. He was genuinely a very nice guy to work with. Since then, I've worked on about 30 different sets and have never met an actor as generous and friendly as him. From there, the Reddit user continued to hail Reeves' attitude to those working on the set, recalling one more incident. I remember him going out of his way to give my friend a ride to the repair shop to pick up his car, Bo2DD2 added. That particular thread garnered over 2,000 replies, with fellow users sharing similar stories about the actor as he continued to build his profile in Hollywood, though, Reeves kept a big secret from his fans. Back in the 1990s, he started to look after his younger sister Kim, who had been diagnosed with leukemia. Thankfully, she eventually entered remission, but that didn't prevent her brother from donating to several charities dedicated to cancer. However, Reeves still felt like he could do more, so he created a private foundation to help fund further research into the disease. I have a private foundation that's been running for 5 or 6 years, and it helps aid a couple of children's hospitals in cancer research, the actor told the Ladies' Home Journal back in 2009. I don't like to attach my name to it, Reeves added. I just let the foundation do what it does. In a similar vein, the Hollywood star also offered his services at a telethon named Stand Up to Cancer in 2008, joining the people on the phones taking in donations. And the 54-year-old's selflessness doesn't end there, as various other stories circulating about him throughout the years bear witness. Back in 1997, one of his more public acts of kindness came to light, when Reeves spent time with a homeless man in Hollywood. and it seems Reeves is just as generous with his vast wealth as he is with his time. For instance, Reeves bought the special effects team on the set of The Matrix Reloaded a Harley-Davidson each. He then handed over earnings variously estimated at anything up to $100 million to members of the crew working on the trilogy. One such worker shared their story with a family acquaintance, who then posted about it in the previously mentioned Reddit thread. He also was one of the only people on the set that genuinely wanted to know people's names, Kahi continued. He would say hello and mean it, and would talk to people as they were his peers and not below him just because they were practically making nothing to build a set. With that in mind, Kahi couldn't help but agree with Bo2DD2's initial assessment of Reeves. "I've never heard anyone say Keanu is a douche," they added to the Reddit thread. "He seems like the nicest person in Hollywood from a second-hand experience." In 2019, John Wick, Chapter 3 is due for release, confirming that Reeves is still very much a name to be reckoned with as far as Hollywood movie moguls are concerned. Regardless of that success, though, his work away from the camera has cemented his place in people's hearts. Whether he wants to admit it or not, the 54-year-old is a real-life hero.